Sir, it is my honor and privilege to introduce this Progressive Maternity Benefit Bill 2016 in this August House. Sir, in India and also in the world over, the labour has been recognized as a force to reckon with. Participation of women workforce in the formal sector have been increased. And however, the well-being of the woman during the pregnancy and after childbirth has been a matter of serious concern. That's why, though the labour is under the concurrent list, the various legislation passed by respective legislative assemblies and also the Parliament to safeguard the interest of workers in the country. So this Maternity Benefit Act 1961 is one such important legislation for providing maternity benefit to the women workforce in organized sector. The Act regulates the employment of women certain establishments a period before, after childbirth, and provides for maternity and certain other benefits. The Act has been enacted to secure the family and the uniformity in respect of maternity benefit to women workers. And this is as per with the Employees State Insurance Act 1948, which is relating to the maternity benefit. Deputy Speaker, sir, the Act in the first instance, it applies to mines, factories, circus industry, plantations, shop and or other establishment employing 10 or more persons, including any establishment belonging to the government except the ESIC Act, which covers. It can also extend other establishments by the state government with the prior approval of the central government. Sir, the Act was amended in 2008. The earlier ceiling was only 250 rupees as a medical bonus under Maternity Benefit Acts in 61. And now that was increased up to 1,000 rupees. If no prenatal confinement and postnatal care is provided by the employer free of charge. Besides, the power of increased medical bonus was given to the central government subject to the maximum amount of 25,000. But as for our 44th, 45th and 45th Indian Labour Conference, they have recommended for enhancements of this mandatory benefit. And also our Ministry of Women and Child Development has also requested our ministry to enhance the maternity leave under this Act. And based on this ILC's recommendation and also with the Women and Child Welfare Development Ministries, along with many other organizations, we have now proposed to increase the maternity benefit from 12 weeks to 26 weeks for 2 surviving children and 12 weeks for more than 2 children. And the commissioning mother and adopting mother for both of them also will have 12 weeks maternity benefit. And in this, we facilitate work from home also. And it is a mandatory provision of Krichi in respect of establishment of 50 or more employees, and also to intimate in writing electronically to a woman at a time of initial appointment about the benefits of maternity benefit under this Act. So this objective is, the very objective, increase the maternity benefit for the purpose of providing full maternal care to newborn child during the most formative period. And enhanced benefits proposed in the present amendment bill will have a positive impact on women participation in the labour force. It will improve work-life balance of the women workers. It has been endeavour of government to ensure well-being of mother and child. The amendments proposed in the bill will go to a long way in this direction. Sir, if the bill is passed, I am sure it will benefit mother to be employed in organized sector in the country. This is also a move in a right direction in the vision of India government led by Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji to provide benefits to women workforce, to encourage them to participate in the overall economic growth of the country. With these words, I commend this bill for consideration of this August House.